Hey, welcome back to Tech Curiosity Stream. Today let's explore augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR. Imagine digital information layered onto the world around you. This technology aims to merge the physical and digital. We'll explore how AR and VR are already being used in unexpected ways, from operating rooms to classrooms. Is this the next tech revolution? Let's find out. When we say AR and VR, what do we actually mean? They share similar DNA but are fundamentally different. Let's start with virtual reality, or VR. VR blocks out the real world and transports you to a computer-generated one. On the other side, we have augmented reality, or AR. Instead of replacing your world, Arkansas enhances it. A great example is Pokemon Go. The key difference is simple. VR creates a new world while AR adds to the one you're in. Understanding this distinction is crucial. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. We've been hearing about AR and VR for years, right? The hype cycle has been going on for a while. We've seen massive investments from tech giants, bold promises of a coming metaverse, and a lot of futuristic concept videos. Yet for most of us, strapping on a headset isn't a part of our daily routine. It's fair to be a little skeptical and to wonder if this is all just a solution in search of a problem. Is this another tech trend that will fade away, like 3D TVs or curved smartphones? The skepticism is valid. Early VR headsets were clunky, expensive, and often caused motion sickness. The experiences were limited, and it felt more like a tech demo than a finished product. AR, for its part, has been largely confined to our smartphone screens, offering fun but often gimmicky filters and simple games. The dream of lightweight, stylish AR glasses that we can wear all day still feels like it's a long way off. These growing pains have led many to believe that AR and VR are destined to remain a niche interest, primarily for the gaming community and a few specific industries. However, something feels different this time. The technology is quietly and steadily getting much, much better. Headsets are becoming lighter, more powerful, and more affordable. The software and experiences are becoming richer and more compelling. We're moving beyond simple games and are starting to see truly useful applications emerge in fields like healthcare, education, engineering, and remote work. Doctors are using AR to visualize patient organs during surgery, and engineers are using VR to design and prototype complex machinery without building physical models. These aren't just gimmicks, they're creating real value. This brings us to the core of our exploration today. We're at a fascinating crossroads. Are we just witnessing the slow, steady burn of a niche technology finding its footing, or are we on the cusp of a massive, exponential leap forward? Is the slow adoption so far just the calm before the storm? In this video, we're going to go beyond the surface-level hype. We'll dig into the real-world applications, look at the surprising ways these technologies are already changing lives, and honestly assess the challenges that still stand in the way. We've established the core difference between AR and VR. One puts you in a new world, the other adds to your current one. But how does this magic actually happen? Let's peel back the layers a bit. It's not just about putting a screen in front of your eyes. There's some seriously clever technology working behind the scenes to trick your brain. The goal of both AR and VR is to create a believable, seamless experience, and that requires a symphony of sensors, processors, and displays all working together. The foundation for both is something called tracking. Your device needs to know exactly where you are and which way you're looking. For VR, this is called 6 degrees of freedom, or 6DoF tracking. Then you have the displays. They are specialized displays, often with very high refresh rates. Finally, there's the processing power. All of this tracking data and high-resolution video needs to be processed in real time. Let's zoom in on virtual reality. VR is all about total immersion, making your brain believe you're somewhere else. A VR headset blocks outside light and replaces your view with a computer-generated one. Paired with spatial audio, the effect can be incredibly convincing. The experience is hard to describe until you've tried it. You might be standing at the edge of a cliff, and your brain screams at you not to take another step. To interact, you usually use handheld controllers, tracked in 3D space as your virtual hands. You can use them to pick up objects, swing a sword, or paint in the air. The applications for this kind of total immersion are vast, from gaming to training surgeons. VR isn't just for escaping reality, it's also a powerful tool for practicing and preparing for it. Let's look at augmented reality. If VR replaces reality, Arkansas remixes it. It keeps you in the real world but adds a digital layer on top of it. AR devices need to see and understand the world using cameras and software to map your environment. A common form of AR is through smartphones. Think Google Maps, Live View, or IKEA's app to see if a virtual couch fits in your living room. The real endgame for AR is lightweight glasses. Imagine glasses projecting information onto your retina. You could see navigation arrows on the road or someone's name at a conference. AR is a practical tool for everyday life and work. It's about utility, not just entertainment. AR enhances our connection to the world. It integrates information seamlessly into our vision. Now that we know what AR and VR are, let's explore where you can find them. Gaming and entertainment have been the forefront for VR. It has pushed hardware forward and inspired developers to build immersive experiences. Games like Half-Life, Alex set a new standard, creating detailed interactive worlds. Simpler games like Beat Saber are also popular and addictive. Social platforms like VR Chat offer virtual spaces to connect with others. AR entertainment includes the global phenomenon, Pokémon Go. AR enhances experiences at theme parks, museums, and sports stadiums, adding digital magic to the real world. AR and VR are powerful tools for education and training, transforming passive learning into active, hands-on experiences. VR transports students to impossible places like ancient Rome or inside a human cell, creating deeper understanding. For professional training, VR offers safe, simulated environments to master complex tasks. AR provides on-the-job guidance, like overlaying instructions for technicians, reducing errors and improving efficiency. It's continuous learning right in the workflow. Now let's talk about an area where this technology is not just cool or convenient, but is actually saving lives: healthcare. The medical field has been an early and enthusiastic adopter of both AR and VR, and honestly, the applications are nothing short of amazing. From training the next generation of doctors to assisting in the operating room and even treating patients, these immersive technologies are providing powerful new tools for medical professionals. It's a perfect example of how AR and VR can be used for serious, high-stakes work that has a profound impact on our well-being and health. One of the biggest uses is in surgical training and planning. Before a complex operation, a surgeon can upload a patient's CT or MRI scans and create a precise three-dimensional virtual model of their anatomy. They can then put on a VR headset and essentially perform the surgery in virtual reality before ever making an incision. They can explore the patient's unique anatomy, plan the safest approach, and anticipate potential complications. This level of preparation was science fiction just a decade ago. It gives surgeons an unprecedented ability to rehearse and perfect their skills in a completely risk-free environment. During the actual surgery, Arkansas is starting to make its way into the operating room. A surgeon wearing AR glasses can see those same three-dimensional models overlaid directly onto the patient's body. Imagine them being able to see the exact location of a tumor, blood vessels, and nerves, as if they had X-ray vision. This provides crucial information right in their line of sight, so they don't have to keep looking away at a separate monitor. This can lead to more precise, less invasive procedures, and potentially better outcomes for the patient. It's about giving surgeons digital superpowers when it matters most. Beyond surgery, this tech is also being used for patient care and therapy. VR is proving to be an incredibly effective tool for pain management. For burn victims undergoing painful wound care, being immersed in a calming virtual world, like swimming with dolphins or exploring a snowy forest, can significantly reduce their perception of pain, even more than morphine in some cases. It's also being used in physical therapy to make repetitive exercises more engaging, and in psychological therapy to treat PTSD and anxiety disorders by gradually exposing patients to their fears in a controlled, safe, virtual setting. Finally, let's look at how AR and VR are starting to change the way we shop and interact with each other. These might seem like lower-stakes applications compared to surgery, but honestly, they point toward how this technology could weave itself into the fabric of our everyday lives. The worlds of e-commerce and social media are all about visuals and connection, and AR and VR offer powerful new ways to enhance both. We're moving beyond static images and text, toward interactive, three-dimensional experiences that make our digital interactions feel more real and more personal. In retail, Arkansas is tackling one of the biggest problems with online shopping, not being able to try something before you buy it. We've talked about apps that let you place virtual furniture in your home. This same concept is being applied to fashion and cosmetics. Using your phone's camera, you can see how a new pair of sneakers would look on your feet, or try on different shades of lipstick without ever leaving your house. This try-before-you-buy technology is a huge deal for brands. It not only increases sales but also reduces the number of returns, which is a major cost for online retailers. VR, on the other hand, is trying to reinvent the entire shopping experience. Imagine walking into a completely virtual store from the comfort of your living room. You could browse aisles, pick up products, examine them from all angles, and even interact with a virtual store assistant. Car companies are creating VR showrooms where you can sit inside a new car, customize the interior, and take it for a virtual test drive. It's about bringing the best parts of in-person shopping, the sense of discovery and interaction, into the digital realm, making it more engaging than just scrolling through a website. And then there's the social side. While platforms like VR Chat are focused on fantasy worlds, other companies are building spaces for more everyday social interaction. You can attend virtual concerts with your friends, even if you're in different countries, feeling the energy of the crowd around you. You can have work meetings in virtual conference rooms where you can see everyone's body language and interact with three-dimensional models and whiteboards. It's an attempt to combat the Zoom fatigue and isolation of traditional video calls by making remote interactions feel more like you are physically present with other people. It's about closing the distance digitally. Beyond mainstream applications, Arkansas and VR are sparking creativity in surprising ways. This is where technology becomes a medium for expression. Artists are using virtual and augmented reality as a new canvas, unbound by physical limitations. VR allows artists to step inside their creations and sculpt with light and sound. Augmented reality turns the world into a gallery, blurring the line between physical and digital spaces. Museums are using AR to bring classic works to life, adding context and making art more accessible. We all have a list of places we dream of visiting, but time, money, and logistics often get in the way. What if you could explore the Great Wall of China, dive on the Great Barrier Reef, or wander the streets of Venice, all from your living room? This is virtual tourism. Using high-resolution video and computer-generated environments, VR can transport you almost anywhere. For people with mobility issues, this technology is truly life-changing, offering a window to the world. Archaeologists are creating detailed VR reconstructions of ancient ruins, allowing us to walk through historical sites as they were thousands of years ago. With AR glasses, you could see signs and menus instantly translated into your native language. AR can act as the ultimate tour guide, making travel less stressful and more enriching. AR and VR are revolutionizing how we train and perform, helping people reach new heights both mentally and physically. Elite athletes use VR to run countless plays or laps virtually, sharpening decision-making and reaction times without physical strain. Formula One drivers memorize tracks in hyper-realistic simulators, while quarterbacks practice reading defenses in virtual stadiums. AR glasses project real-time stats, speed, heart rate, power, directly into athletes' vision, keeping them focused and in the zone. Rock climbers can see optimal routes highlighted before them, adjusting on the fly with hands-free data. Astronauts train for zero gravity and emergencies in VR, simulating the International Space Station for mission-critical practice. These high-fidelity simulations build mental muscle memory and prepare users for extreme environments. The seamless integration of data and immersive training is redefining human performance. When the stakes are highest, these technologies give us the edge to go beyond our limits. It's not just about play or work. AR and VR are tools for human optimization at the highest level. AR and VR are exciting, but they come with real challenges, especially around health and accessibility. Motion sickness remains a major barrier as the brain struggles with mismatched signals in virtual environments. Developers are improving movement systems, but nausea and dizziness still affect many users. Wearing headsets for long periods can cause discomfort, eye strain, and even neck pain. There are concerns about the long-term effects of having screens so close to our eyes. High costs put quality VR out of reach for many, risking a new digital divide. Accessibility for people with disabilities is still in its infancy. If AR and VR are to become mainstream, they must be affordable, comfortable, and usable by everyone. The industry faces a huge challenge making immersive tech truly inclusive. Only then can these technologies reach their full potential. As AR and VR become more integrated, they collect vast amounts of personal data, raising urgent privacy and ethical questions. These devices know where you are, what you look at, and how you react, data far more intimate than browser cookies. Eye tracking and biometric feedback could be used for manipulation or targeted advertising. Who owns this data, and how is it protected? The line between real and virtual blurs, raising concerns about addiction and escapism. Virtual spaces need rules to address harassment and crime, as emotional harm can be just as real. AR glasses with recording capabilities threaten the concept of public and private space. Permanent surveillance and consent become major societal issues. Before embracing this future, we must have serious conversations about the world we want to build. Technology's promise is huge, but so are the responsibilities. The next 5 years will see AR and VR become lighter, faster, and smarter. VR headsets are going wireless and shrinking in size with better screens for more realistic worlds. AR glasses are racing to look and feel like regular eyewear, overlaying useful info seamlessly. Hardware will be more comfortable and accessible, while software gets a boost from AI. AI will make virtual assistants and characters more interactive and lifelike. AR glasses will recognize objects and people, providing relevant, contextual information instantly. The fusion of AI and spatial computing will make these devices truly understand and interact with your environment. The goal is simple: make immersive tech a natural, everyday part of life. The future is about refinement, not just novelty. We're on the cusp of a new era in computing. Looking 10 to 20 years ahead, Arkansas and VR could blur the line between human and machine. Advanced haptics will let us feel virtual objects, texture, weight, even temperature. Full-body suits and haptic gloves will make virtual experiences almost indistinguishable from reality. Brain-computer interfaces may allow us to control devices with our thoughts alone. Imagine opening apps or navigating worlds just by thinking. Persistent shared virtual worlds, the metaverse, could become a parallel digital universe. Digital identities and assets will move seamlessly between experiences. Building this future will require unprecedented collaboration and new standards. The possibilities are wild, but so are the challenges. The next frontier is merging mind and machine. The ultimate vision is a world where digital and physical realities merge seamlessly. One device, likely a pair of smart glasses, will handle both AR and VR, adapting to your needs in real time. Your environment will be enhanced with information or transformed into a private theater or immersive game at will. Screens as we know them could disappear, replaced by digital layers woven into our surroundings. Technology will become an invisible, helpful presence, always there but never in the way. This shift will redefine how we work, learn, play, and connect, but it also magnifies the ethical and social challenges we face. Building this future responsibly is as important as the technology itself. Our digital lives could soon be part of the very fabric of reality. It's an exciting and daunting future to imagine. So, we've been on quite a journey today, peeling back the layers of augmented and virtual reality. We saw how these concepts are already making a real impact in everything from the games we play and the way we learn, to the operating rooms. This technology is not a perfect solution just yet. There are real hurdles to overcome. The path forward is filled with both incredible promise and significant responsibility, and it's a conversation that all of us need to be a part of. The revolution is also real. It's a slow burn revolution, but the foundations are being laid for something much bigger. Thank you so much for hanging out and exploring this with me. Make sure you're subscribed to Tech Curiosity Stream so you don't miss what's next. See you in the next video. Until then, stay curious.